This seminar is brought to you by Maui Gym.
I'm Captain George Gozdz, host of Time Florida Sportsman. In today's seminar, I'm going to talk to you about choosing the right lens colors for your conditions. Your lens colors can be divided into pretty much three categories. You have your darker, which is your gray, your mediums, which is your amber and your roses, and then your lighter lenses, which are the HT high transmission lenses. They also have mirroring, but know that this is just more of a cosmetic feature. It doesn't really affect the quality of the lens. So your darkest lenses, your grays. This is what people typically use offshore, but it may not be the best lens for you when you're fishing offshore. It lets in the least amount of light and has the least amount of contrast. So if I'm looking for color changes, if I'm looking for weed lines or any kind of flotsam, this may not be the right lens color. And also another thing is letting the least amount of light, it can actually tire your eyes throughout the day if you're struggling to let light in. Your next colors, your ambers and your roses, are more your medium lenses. These are kind of a more versatile lens that you can use inshore and offshore. They'll have a higher contrast. They're great for sight fishing on the flats, your ability to differentiate between different contours in the bottom, but they're also very good offshore for seeing that color change or seeing that green, that weeds floating on the surface is actually going to pop out. If you're sight casting offshore to sailfish, it's going to stand out even more with a lighter lens. And then on the other end of the spectrum is you have your high transmission lens, and this has in the past been considered a low light lens, but really know in your mind that this is the highest transmission lens. And this actually may be a lens that's perfect for a lot of people. It's going to have the most amount of contrast regardless of what type of fishing you're doing. It's going to let the most amount of visible light in, so as you age you need more light, so the older you are maybe this is the best application, the best lens for you. And even being a light HT lens, it still provides the same UV protection. So those are your basic lens colors and when to use them.